Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. It's Cynicalex, and today a bit of a sad story is what I want to hit you with. Now, originally I had recorded my entire Shadowland run. As you can see there, floor 83. I went through 82 different floors. I soloed most of the floors up to level 30. And then after that, I mostly did 3 clears per floor in order to get the maximum number of tokens. And the first thing I want to say is it's really good that the tokens carry over. I now have 8 out of 10, which will carry over into next week. So if you ever finish with more than 0 out of 10, don't worry, you won't lose the tokens. They'll carry over for you for next week. You know what? The rewards aren't better. They should be, but at the very least, we don't lose the tokens week over week. And I ended up getting 15. I filled up this bar 15 times, which is a total of 150 tokens, with 8 left over, and I think I had 3 previously, so in total it's 155 tokens that I was able to get. And I was going to show you guys my runs. I was going to do a Shadowland regular mode. I was going to split that into 1 or 2 videos, and then I was going to crunch down all of the extreme stuff, all of the 31 plus stages into one video. I was going to provide commentary over it. I was going to laugh at my mistakes and show you guys some really cool solos like Tier 1 Agent 13 on stage 3, and I can prove it to you that I did it. You just will never see it because the files got corrupted and deleted. That's kind of what I'm trying to say here. This is actually last week's clear, which is super annoying. Next week it'll actually show my clear from this week, which is what I was planning to show you guys. But for some reason it doesn't show up. I don't know why. Yeah, there's no way for me to see this week's clear. I can only see last week's clear of 96 floors. It might never change because I'm not getting to a higher floor. Whatever. Anyways, yeah. Long story short, sad story. Sad man with the sad story. My files got deleted, guys. 3 hours is how long it took me to clear Shadowland from stage 1 all the way up to 82 using my entire roster. I didn't let any characters die. I didn't lose any characters to tokens. Or I didn't lose any characters, and therefore I didn't lose any tokens. The only thing was that I had to double up. I had to use Deathlock and Whiplash on one of the clears that I did because Whiplash wasn't strong enough, so Deathlock brought the 30% physical attack leadership. And then I believe Lash was a leadership for someone else because he wasn't going to solo stage. But I sold with Ulick, Hogan, I swear to God I did. I sold with Gorgon, Absorbing Man. Actually, Fandral I didn't solo with. Fandral was a backup for someone, and actually they died, and then it was really funny. And then I actually finished the stage off with Fandral. Mockingbird I didn't solo, but I did solo with Agent 13. So almost all of my Tier 1 characters I soloed with. Soloed with a lot of Tier 2 characters. Man, it was such a good run. You gotta believe me, it was amazing. There was mistakes for sure. It was before I Tier 3'd Mr. Fantastic, so he cleared a stage in the 70s with not with Thing, actually. I had used Thing on a previous stage. I actually used Thing. Oh man, there was a really cool clear on like stage 55 where I just used Thing the whole time, and I figured out a brand new rotation for Thing. That's right, all you Thing fans out there, I've got something for you. 5, and then when the 5th skill is over, you do 3 for the immunity, and then you immediately cancel 3 into, I believe, 1? No, you cancel 3 into 4, and then 4 has kind of like iframes in between, but then after 4 you do 1, and 1 has, or no, 4 has an iframe at the end, 1 has iframes in between. So you do 5, 3 cancel, 4, 1, and it's a pretty solid rotation that makes it really hard for him to get hit and take damage. Man, it was really fun. It was really good, but I just don't have any clips to show you guys because it got corrupted. I'm really sad about it. I even bought software to try and recover the corrupted files, and they didn't work. It didn't work, so I had to call my credit card company and get them to reverse the charge as soon as it's placed on the card. The charge isn't actually on the card yet because it's a weekend when I recorded it. Today's Sunday. You're seeing this on Monday, but it's Sunday. Oh my God, so many annoying things happened. Feel bad for me. I'm a YouTuber. I make money on playing video games. My life is so hard. No, seriously. I'm not upset because of the credit card and refunding and whatever. I'm just upset that there's so much good footage that I couldn't show you guys. But I at least saved this. This was originally going to be opened at the end of the 2nd or 3rd video, which would have been the Shadowland kind of extreme, the 31 to 40 or 31 to 82 stages extreme. In general, I've always played with 3 characters. I ended up saving a lot of leaderships until the end, and I actually had too many leaderships, and I ended up having to use multiple leaderships on one stage. I think there was an entry stage where I used like Iron Hammer, Hyperion, and Thor did all the damage. And then on the second team, I used 3 other characters. I also did take advantage of the entry mode where you could bring 6 characters, and so I got 6 tokens twice. I got a lot of stages with villains as well, so I actually had to be careful not to use too many villains too early on. But in general, it was a little bit less work than trying to push to stage 96 to get all of these chests, to get 15 chests. Do I think it's worth it? I mean, I think it's kind of not worth it unless I get a CTP out of these 15, to be honest with you. And even if I got a refinement, 3 hours of work for a refinement CTP, I don't really know how I feel about that. I've put in more hours into GBR and not gotten a CTP of refinement, so that's kind of something to think about. But at the same time, you do hope to get rewarded, especially when you're using 187 characters out of your roster, which is insane. So we're going to crack these open now. We'll talk about the rewards for a bit. But I just wanted to let you guys know, I wanted to be honest with you guys about what happened, and hopefully I never have that happen again, and I never lose that footage in the future. Small little water break. Now let's go crack open all of these chests. Let's see what we're in store for. 4 stars garbage, 5 stars okay, 4 stars garbage, 5 stars okay. That's good. That's alright. That's good. No. That's good. No. I got 2 of the same Uru. Come on, dude. 40's not bad. That's bad. That's good. It seems like ISO 8 is the only thing good that you get. Yeah, these obelisks, yeah, they're no good. I'm gonna have to convert these into another type. It blows my mind that I got 2 of the exact same one. I got 1,000,000 gold. Another thing that I tried to do as often as I could for the run was to not refresh the stage. I had to refresh the further I got in Shadowland because I had fewer characters, so I had fewer options for sure. I probably ended up spending only about probably 500,000 to 1,000,000 gold refreshing, but honestly the first like 20 stages from 31 to 51 I didn't do any refreshing at all. I just managed my characters carefully, and that was honestly a challenge in and of itself, to try to choose a character that can solo it and bring along 2 duds, and also to bring a character that wasn't going to be too strong to solo it too quickly, but wasn't also going to die, because I didn't want to, you know, I sat there for 3 hours. I didn't want to sit there for 5 or 6 playing the stage over and over again. Another thing that I noticed, if you're trying to just get in and get out as fast as possible, for those of you, and I think most of you now, are just going to play Shadowland to get the maximum number of tokens as fast as possible and then just get the hell out to try to pull a CTP. My suggestion is if you have the gold to reroll stages, try to avoid some of the rumbles. That's something that I noticed was really frustrating with the rumbles, because characters would die. You know, you bring along 3 characters and one of them would die, and then you have to restart the stage and keep restarting until that character doesn't die. A couple of times, and I wish I could show you, I actually switched to take control of the weak character and ran away. So there was a stage where I was using Star-Lord, and I was using, I think, Sister Grimm, and then I was using Lincoln. And I actually had to control Lincoln and run away and let Star-Lord and Sister Grimm AI kind of just fight for me, just to keep Lincoln alive so he wouldn't die, so I could get the 3 tokens and get the hell out of the stage. But on the other hand, the rumbles can be really good if you want a fun challenge. And I actually ended up doing this challenge a few times accidentally, and then a few times on purpose, where you bring one really good character that can clear the stage. So let's say it's a universal villain rumble, like the Ultron rumble, and I brought my own Ultron, and then I brought 2 other random characters that were the wrong typing, and then I just tried to kill the Ultrons with my Ultron, or whatever the case may be, before your 2 characters die. It's actually a lot harder than it sounds in some cases, especially if you have weak tier 2 characters that don't have obelisks, that don't have invincibility obelisks, that don't have guaranteed dodge. It's hard to carry characters like Hulkling, you know, Shang-Chi, like to carry these garbage ass characters through a rumble and make sure that they don't die with your one OP character. Like I think I brought Apocalypse with 2 garbage combats into a spider Speed Rumble, the one with, you know, Silk and Spider-Gwen and Miles Morales, and I just had to keep battering them with Apocalypse to make sure that the other two characters didn't die. I had to drop the heals on Apocalypse's 5th skill to heal them. So there is some sort of self-created fun that you can have with the new Shadowland while you're just trying to grind those tokens out as fast as possible. Of course, I'll continue to update the Shadowland guide that I put as part of my master guide list, the spreadsheet that gives you character ranges and where they're good and where you can possibly use them. So definitely check that out. But I think it's a wise move to maybe not prioritize Shadowland so much. Don't go for a high stage clear, but just try to clear as fast as you can, using as many characters per stage as you can, not letting characters die, so you can just get your tokens in as little amount of effort and time as possible, so you don't feel like you're wasting time, and then you can get the maximum number of rewards. Is there anyone out there? I just want to pose this question before we wrap up. Is there anyone out there who got more than 15 chests? I feel like 15 is the max. I've noticed a few people message me, "Hey Cynicalex, I got to stage 80 and I got 8 chests," and I'm thinking, dude, you cleared a lot of those stages solo. Where the hell are the rest of your tier 2s? Either you don't have them tier 2 because you can only bring tier 2 and up into Shadowland past stage 30, or you made the mistake of using too many characters from 1 to 30, so you actually robbed yourself of a lot of tokens where you could just carry bad characters like Blade, you know, like Hellcat through later stages. Oh man, I used Hellcat on a stage with Valkyrie and Odin, and they have a team up, and I had no idea, and it was absolutely hilarious. I thought it was the funniest thing. Where's Odin? I gotta find this for you guys to prove it. Odin has a team up with oh wait, maybe it's not. Maybe it's Valkyrie then. Valkyrie has a team up with Hellcat. There's that one, but there's another one. Yeah, horse riding cat. I thought it was so funny. It doesn't really apply very well to Odin. It only gives him the crit rate, but yeah, I used Odin, Valkyrie, and Hellcat on a stage. It was awesome. So, boo-hoo to me. Hopefully this never happens again. I'm so sorry to have lost that footage that I can't show you guys. I will do my best to record it next week and show you even more awesome Shadowland solo stuff, unless you guys really don't want to see it, in which case I'll avoid it if that's what you want. Let me know, guys. Let me know what you got from Shadowland this week as well. Hit me up on the comments, on Twitter, Discord, etc. Subscribe if you enjoy the content and you want to support me. And of course, if you like what you see, I hope to see you again tomorrow. Take care.